figures, man. I never, you know, I love taking videos, but I can never capture the moment. I just rolled in here and there was like 1,000 crows. Like, no lie, it was like 1,000 crows. And, of course, I'm trying to hit the button to record, and it wasn't, and it's pointing at me. Right. Yeah, I never seen anything like it. 1,000 crows. It looked like, you know, like when you see them little finches, it looked like that, except for all crows. I've got my neon windbreaker, flannel shirt, and your favorite. Yeah, look at all. There's still a bunch of crows around here, but yeah, there was like 1,000 of them. It was crazy. Yeah, you see them, they're all up there, scattered. Yeah, it was all of it. Just giant flock. It was crazy.
UMass battles Boston College for the first time in over 10 years. Tickets on sale now. Visit hall.com.
Okay, this is the trailer. I guess this trailer's...
Whether it's due to job loss, a divorce, a new business venture, or you just didn't file your taxes, don't lose hope. Powerful relief programs are now available that can help you and may reduce or even eliminate.
Oops, sorry. Pretty crazy, huh? This is actually an old, this is owned by the state. It's the old, they call it the old state school, but this was like a farm. And, it was ran by all, like, you know, the mentally challenged and the orphans. There was orphans, mentally challenged, and, people in the state. And, my grandfather was telling me this was like the state of the art. Like, I mean, now it's just an old farm, you know, but, you know, like, you know, it was nothing impressive nowadays, but, you know, like, first farm they had where, you know, it had like the milking barns and they had their own like slaughterhouse and see the old silos. It's yeah, look at this, you know, you can picture this place, you know, 50 years ago, you know, like look at this, this would have been quite the farm, you know. And I guess you weren't permitted to smack a fly off a cow's ass, you'd get killed, you know, just because, you know, your mentally challenged people are, they have superhuman strength, some of them, you know. Like me, I'm a mental fucking retard, and I got superhuman strength sometimes, you know. Yeah, this is my trailer, I think. I just came back here because, I don't know, I don't know, another fucking thing my dad bought before he died. I don't know what the hell he was thinking, just buying things before he died. And now I have to deal with it all. It's sickening. I'm a minimalist. I don't even want anything in life. I'm like the kind of guy where I'd I'd be happy living under a bridge, to be honest, I think. And it's funny, the more you don't want anything in life, the more it's like you end up with stuff in life. I mean, I have so much stuff and it's like I don't even want anything. I just want to be like, all I need is my truck and, you know, a couple little things. Instead, I got so much stuff. And it's like, I didn't buy it. My dad bought it. Look at that old thing right there. I mean, I appreciate old things. What is this? Oops, see the old rabbit? That is right here. Look at this. This is all one big farm. The whole barn collapsed. Kind of sad, huh? Boy. What is this? I don't know. I'd like to pull it out. My big tractor's over here. Yeah, look at this. It was all state-of-the-art milking barns at one time, you know, back 50 years ago, 70 years ago, we'll say. Yeah, 50s. What happened is they had, this whole barn was like one barn here, and then they walked down, like, looks like you got a hallway where they walk through, and then a barn. Crazy. Yeah, crazy nice place at one time. And it was functional right up until when I was a little kid. I used to drive by this and it was still functional. And now it's just a derelict piece of shit. Yeah, they had their own piggery. They call it a piggery, where they had their own pigs. And they had a greenhouse here. Derelict. Oh, I almost broke my neck here. Weird shit here, though. I've seen a lot of weird stuff driving by this place. I've seen like an orb once, like a big, like, I don't know what it was. It was like, old deer. Oh yeah, this is where they had the calves, I think, or milkers. Old milking barn, I think. And then just goes on, another one over there, it's the same thing, you know. What a shame, huh? What a shame. Yeah, they had electric running right down. Like I said, this was quite the place at one time, you know, back in the 50s. Back in the 50s when my dad was still, he was carrying around a jug, you know, where they used to have to carry around a jug, and they go to one cow and put on the other. He was one step above pulling udders, you know what I mean? Let alone like a piped milking room where, you know what I mean? Now they have carousels, and I mean, I'm not a big dairy farmer. I don't know. My dad was a dairy guy, so I know what he told me about stuff. I worked on a dairy when I was a kid for an old friend, just a small dairy. I think he might have had 50 cows. I like the cows, but yeah, this is like a 500 cow dairy here. Yeah, this was like a 500 animal dairy, and you know, they had their own fields and everything. Just look at the buildings they had just to go to hell. All these buildings just to go to waste. Yeah, one time I was driving over here. A lot of spirits and stuff. I think I don't know if I believe in ghosts. I don't know if I believe in ghosts or are they demons or what. I don't know if sometimes I think ghosts are not ghosts. I don't know, maybe they're souls. Maybe there's some souls that are scared to like leave, that are scared of being judged. But either way, one time I was driving down the road right over back there. You can hear it. There's a road. And me and a couple friends were driving down the road right there. And up in the sky, about 50 feet in the sky, there's this giant red ball. It looked like picture like a firework or a flare. It was just a big ball. Just a big ball. And it was just dropping like little things were just shooting out of it. It was a big red glow, big red orb, and things were just shooting out of it, like a big ball. It was like a beach ball. Picture a beach ball just hovering, like right in there. Picture something just hovering in the air, a big red globe at nighttime, just hovering in the air, and it was like almost like a reddish color. And you could literally see like things just shooting out of it, like all the way around. Like I don't know what they were. They're like just like, you know, like little things just going whoosh, 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 and disappearing. Just little things just shooting out of this globe. And it was you know, and I've seen it. You know, and like telling people that they don't believe me, but it's I seen it. Another guy named Larry Foote seen it. And another guy named Sean Brady seen it. And there was a lady that literally pulled over on the side of the road. We pulled over and got out and we're looking at it. It was kind of creepy. Like I said, a big orb. Probably, I would assume it was like maybe 4 or 5 feet around, 50 feet in the air, and just like little lights were just shooting out of it. Like, now to this day, I've like researched on like line and stuff. They call it an orb. They call them orbs. And this orb had things shooting out of it. I've seen orbs a lot. But this one was like giant, and it was just hovering in the air, 50 feet in the air, and little lights were just shooting out of it. And what they are, I don't know, but I was there and I seen it, and I know a lady actually pulled over. And she's like, "You guys see that too?" And we were all pulled over, and we're just staring at this big orb, just shooting out little things. And another time I seen a thing flying over a little ways down the road that's connected to this land. It was That movie Jeepers Creepers, it was like that thing, dude. I swear to God, it was like a giant flying creature. And it was like the guy from Jeepers Creepers. And I seen him, I don't know what it might have been it was a giant bird or something. It was getting dark. But it's like, yeah, look at the wall they built right here. Look at the that's a bullpen. That's what that is. That's a bullpen. That's where they would keep the bull. This is where they keep the bull. Crazy, huh? Imagine that. Look at that. This is the bullpen. Back in the day, that's where they kept the bulls. Nuts, huh? That's crazy. Crazy just to let this all go to hell. I gotta go. I'm working for an OCD man today, and I'm probably gonna hear about, whatever. Yeah, they had their own greenhouse here. Crazy.